YouTube was cracking. Facebook family and friends. I go by the name of William. Um, welcome y'all to another episode, per se, of my documentary video. What they call it? I guess it's a documentary. And that's another word for it, though. I'll figure it out later. Anyway, I'm dressed. I'm up. I'm ready to go to church. Need some of that spiritual healing right about now. I know y'all see my bald head. My head smoother than all. Anyway, what I want to talk about is see, I done got pretty serious about these little episodes I'm gonna start putting out, so I've been taking down notes and shit, you know what I'm saying? But I guess I want to start with struggling with addiction. And this is one of my worst addictions ever. I've been smoking cigarettes since I was like 9, maybe younger than that. That's just as far back as I can remember. My OG used to smoke Marlboro Lights, Marlboro. They was in a white pack, white and gold. I'll never forget it. You know what I'm saying? I used to steal them. And I run in the washroom, flame up real quick. Now, you know you younger, you don't know nothing about smoking, man. You know, this is just like life, man. A lot of things in life that we all know was taught to us, or we seen somebody else do. You know what I'm saying? So, me being that young, I ain't know too much about cigarettes. So, you know, anybody else who ever smoked the first time, they always do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Take a puff and just blow it back out real quick. Swear to God, you smoking hard. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so I used to steal my OG cigarettes. I would run in the washroom because we was living in the basement apartment at the time, and we had a window in the washroom that led to the backyard. You could see the backyard. You know what I'm saying? I would open up the window and blow out the window. You know what I'm saying? And one time I was getting ready to do my little usual routine. I steal a square. You know what I'm saying? Go in the washroom, get ready and flame up. I would always lock the door. But once I was in the washroom, see, this one particular time, I was so prepared that I already had the door locked. But see, I forgot the matches. So I left the cigarette by the side of the toilet. Or maybe it had to be on the cabinet because my OG seen it when she came in. But anyway, I locked the door. I closed it behind me. And I left out to go get the matches. Did the dummy. And so basically I locked myself out the restroom. And my OG ended up breaking back in there for me. Now when she broke in the washroom door. You know, the cigarette right there. So she seen it. Me being a little badass. See, what you doing with my cigarette? Why is my cigarettes in here? You know what I'm saying? I told her, hey, I ain't wanted to smoke no more. So I was I was tearing them up, put them in the toilet, right? I don't think she believed that shit. She just, you know what I'm saying? She just let it go. In my heart, to this day, I still don't believe that she believed that. You know what I'm saying? She just let it go. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that was around the time I first started smoking. I've been smoking ever since, man. That's an addiction that I struggle with. Like, it's so easy for me to let go of weed. Easy. Alcohol. Easy. But these damn cigarettes, you know what I'm saying? That's one thing I have a hard time letting go. When I tell my fellow brothers and sisters in Christ this story, they usually tell me just God hasn't delivered you from it yet. So, I pray and I tell them, Lord, man, y'all understand, it be nights, man. Before I go to sleep, I do my prayer, you know what I'm saying? I be like, Lord, I'm not going to smoke in the morning. And the urges be extra strong the next morning. You know what I'm saying? And I end up smoking. Like, but eventually, more so sooner than later, I gotta let this go. Because these gonna end up being the death of me. You hear me? Excuse me. Alright. Another addiction that I struggle with. I would say, once upon a time, it was drugs. Like, if anybody knew me before I left Chicago, people knew my theme song was Pill Poppin' Animal by Rick Ross. They had Lil Wayne on the hook. I'm a pill poppin' animal. Syrup, you know what I'm saying? That was my theme song, B. And I'm talking about, I don't know if y'all know, but ecstasy, it feeds off the endorphins in your brain. And you're supposed to let them, you're supposed to pop a pill, you know what I'm saying? And it's supposed to feed off the endorphins for like 2 to 3 days. Then you're supposed to give it time for the endorphins in your brain to what's the word? I can't think of a word right now. Reproduce, for them to come back. So, maybe that's the word. Y'all help me out in the comments section anyway. But I wasn't on that, yo. When I say I was a pill popping animal, man, I'm talking about, nigga, I changed my name to Mr. Buy a Jab and pop 'em within the same week, you hear me? I was a fool with it. But that wasn't really a struggle with that addiction, you know what I'm saying? Because I knew it was killing me. Just like cigarettes and damn near everything else that in the world that's not of God that we love, you know what I'm saying? Another one of my addictions, which is probably, now it's not as hard, you know what I'm saying, but once upon a time, I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. I always been a sucker for a big butt and a smile, you know what I'm saying? Females, these beautiful women in the world, was one of my strongest addictions, yo. I just couldn't get enough. I just couldn't get enough of them, you know what I'm saying? Shit, it was to the point. Now, I was knocking down a couple of them in a day. You hear me? Man, to this day, you know what I'm saying? It's not as bad. You know, since I've grown older, I never been thirsty. You know what I'm saying? I always been able to turn down. You know what I'm saying? I always been able to turn it down. You feel me? I have more than a few times. You hear me? But sometimes, you know, I struggle with that addiction. And you know, the devil will set you up, man. He'll set you up. Especially if you're married. Because, see, it could be things going on in your marriage not going the way the man wanted to go. Excuse me, out of nowhere, a female with the physical stature of your liking will come out of nowhere and give you all them things that you felt you wasn't getting at home. You know what I'm saying? That was one of my biggest problems. And you know, in situations like that, you having problems at home with your wife, or wife with the husband, vice versa, you hear me? And somebody comes along and they make it seem as if the grass is greener on the other side. Or maybe you tell yourself that, you know what I'm saying? You tell yourself that. That's how a lot of marriages is ruined. You know? At this time in my life, you know what I'm saying? It's not as bad. You know, when I'm with my wife, when we go out, and I'm pretty sure there's niggas out here that do that, you know what I'm saying? Because I talked to a nigga the other day, not too long ago, man, and I swear to God, we said the same thing at the same time, you hear me? But when you're out with your lady, you know, me, myself, personally, I look away or I put my head down. Majority of the time, I walk with my head down, you know what I'm saying? And, but see, I mean, now it's to the point where I could be by myself and I could look the other way. It took me a while to realize, you know what I'm saying, what I had at home. And how living that life, doing them things was hurting not only myself and my wife, but the effect it will have in the future on my children. You know what I'm saying? Now, y'all gotta excuse me stuck licking my lips, man. I don't know if it's just me, but after I brush my teeth, I swear my mouth be drier than that thing, shorty. I swear it do, man. But anyway, yeah, man, it's a crazy addiction, man. Struggling with addictions, but the point point of the video is since I've been trying, since I've been trying to give my all to my Lord and Savior. A lot of these addictions is not as hard as they used to be to conquer. You know what I'm saying? I still struggle though, don't get me wrong. I still struggle. But it's not, the struggle is not as tough as it used to be. And I gotta thank God for that. Cause now I could be around people that drink and smoke and turn down every offer. I could walk or drive through these streets and turn my head when I see hell naked ass cheeks coming out of some broad shorts. And listen, being a nigga, you know what I'm saying? My niggas, man, my males, the fellas, you understand? You hear me? That's a hard thing to do. That's a hard thing to do. To look away. I mean, not even second glance, you hear me? I don't know about y'all, but for me, that's a hard thing to do. And for me to even, you know what I'm saying, be able to do that shit, that's a fucking accomplishment. A milestone achievement, man. You hear me? It's something, yo. Same thing with these drugs. You know? So I'm gonna end it on that note, man. That's only one topic that I had set for today, so I'm thinking part 3 is gonna be maybe a 2 to 3 part series today. I'm gonna try to put out at least 2 or 3 videos today. I'm gonna put this one up here real quick. I'm gonna try to put another one or so up after church. You know what I'm saying? I want all y'all to know, you know what I'm saying, that you're not the only one struggling with everyday struggles. Don't beat yourself up because you make a mistake. Don't beat yourself up because you fall. Get up, dust yourself off, and keep going. Keep it pushing, man. For real. Because everybody struggle. And ain't nobody on this world perfect, but if you try, if you reaching for perfection, it's only one way to get that. That's through Christ. And even then, we still gonna fall short of the glory, you hear me? Because we ain't him. But we can prepare ourselves with that same mindset and be able to fight temptation and urges. You know what I'm saying? To say fight, what is it? Don't quote me, you know what I'm saying? Because this ain't exactly how it's written, but just to sum it up, fight temptation and I guess the lust of the world, deny the flesh and the devil will flee. It's something like that, you know what I'm saying? So y'all don't give up. You know what I'm saying? This documentary is not just for myself. It's for every person that watches it. And I pray you can share this. Please like, subscribe, and share these messages, man. Because I know in my heart, sooner or later somebody gonna see these videos. I might be able to save a life or help a brother out. And you know, that's my whole purpose right there. Just trying to help. So y'all keep y'all head up. You know what I'm saying? Don't give up. Together with God, anything is possible. Anything is possible. I'll let y'all later, man.